Welcome! I'm so glad you guys are here to watch some Jazzpunk. This is gonna be friggin' awesome. If I may, bend your ear a little bit before we play it. I'm gonna talk a little bit about why we are here. So, you may or may not know about this, but I despise most commercial games at a base level because of how poorly they fail games. This is just a little background on game critique. I think a lot of the modern games kind of do all of the same things as one another. Whether you've got The Legend of Zelda, Call of Duty, or Skyrim, any of those games all basically leech off of the same traditions that we've had for the last 50 years of games, where they take objects and solidify them within numbers in a very, objectivist kind of way. Not objectivist, what's the thing I'm thinking of?
You got caught.
Oh, there we go. That's what I was looking for. That's what I was looking for. Kiddo333 is so rad! Okay, that is nearly working. I know what I'm missing to make the effect even better. I knew I was missing something there. Oh, come on back, baby. There we go. That'll be even better now. Yeah, so all of these games take from the I'm forgetting the word, because it's not objectivist. That's a completely different philosophy. Structuralist approach to managing oneself as a source of statistics and numbers. And so that all comes from the Dungeons and Dragons tradition of games, whether it's Call of Duty, whether it's Skyrim, whether it is Legend of Zelda, Super Mario Brothers. All of these games create a soul unity that is made up of numbers and things like that don't actually that don't really represent the extent to where we can take games in a lot of ways. Games are all about play, and we can play with spaces, we can play with identities, we can play with rules, we can play with systems. These are kind of the main constructs of the things that we play with. And most commercial games, because they're building off of these solid traditions that are completely arbitrary, don't do that. So I got really excited about Jazzpunk. And Jazzpunk is considered, so far in all the hype leading up to things, the Airplane of games. And the thing that excites me about this, Airplane itself, fantastic movie. A fantastic movie that specifically plays with spaces. You have a cast of people all trapped in an airplane. The airplane is the space, and then they play with that and distort expectations of what societally could happen on an airplane, which is essentially a locked societal vacuum. And then they just break those kinds of expectations. A subtly pedophilic pilot, a nun with far more skills than she should actually merit, and then the equipment to back up those skills, like playing guitar, a surgery going on in the back of the plane. These are not normal things on planes, because the plane is a confined space for a single job, but in a movie, you can do whatever you want with it. And the comedy is breaking those things up. Jazzpunk is a video game. So if this video game is anything like Airplane, they should be able to do a whole lot of wacky, weird stuff. And for some reason, video games haven't ever done that. Not any major commercial releases, despite how obviously easy it is. The farthest they usually get is, ha ha ha, how do you carry that thing in a bag? Reducing spaces to past human constructs of what space is idealized as, and then playing with those spaces. That's the important part. So, that's enough of my rambling about the current state of games, where Jazzpunk falls into that, and game scholarship and critique as a whole. Just as a contextualized Jazzpunk, this is like my pre-review. I have seen a total of 3 minutes of this, told this to Parlock, he got excited, and immediately bought me this copy of Jazzpunk. So thank you so much, Parlock, for doing this. Because of you, I'm able to do this whole thing right now, and it's gonna be freaking awesome. Okay, thank you, Parlock. Structuralism is the theoretical paradigm in sociology, anthropology, and linguistics, posting that elements of human culture must be understood in terms of their relationship to a larger overarching system or structure. Thank you for that. That's basically what it is. A lot of what philosophy is going through right now is post-structuralism, which is the critique off of that. Games, not so quick on it, because, I mean, it's fair. But that's where society will be going past the information age, is towards more post-structuralist critique, because information has its limits in how it puts people into small boxes when we want to play, and that's where post-structuralist comes in. So yeah, what does Parlock got to say? Usually when games parody games, they tend to fall in the exact same trappings that thing they're parodying has. I'm gonna take the back of this one. I'm starting to warm up my room, I'm starting to warm up my brains, my critiques. Feeling hot, feeling sassy. I'm ready to play. I wanna dive right in, so let's get it on.